Na mtazamaji wa runinga ya TV, mtazamaji wa kipindi cha Kazi na Mali, hali namna gani, mambo namna gani mtazamaji? Ni wakati mwingine wa kuchapa kazi, na ilivyo kawaida mtazamaji, kazi yangu ni gumu Jumapili hadi kule ambako unapoifanyia kazi. Lakini mtazamaji, juma hili ni juma speciali, juma la akina mama wa kanisa la PCA, yani Women's Guild, kama Women's Guild mtazamaji, na ndo kama hivyo leo hii tunawapatia nafasi speciali mtazamaji ya kuzungumzia hali zao. Pia nao ni wachapakazi hatari na hodari, usione kwamba wamevalia vile vyao kichwani ukadhani kwamba hawajui kuchapa kazi. Leo hii basi nimekuja gumu Jumapili hadi eneo la Kikuyu, ambapo nitapatana na mama mmoja mchapakazi anayekwenda kwa jina la Ruth Karaoke, ambaye atakuwa anatuelezea anafanya nini mtazamaji. Shughuli kubwa tu ni kuambie kwamba ni uchapazi kazi mtazamaji, kazi ya kuandaa mavazi. Maana tumekuja moja kwa moja hadi Kega Fashions mtazamaji. Ameniambia kwamba Kiswahili si lugha yake sana, lakini hata salamu ningependa aseme kwa Kiswahili kwanza. Mami, hujambo?
Sijambo sana, asante.
Hapo vizuri zaidi.
Asante.
Haya, mtazamaji anasema kwamba Kiswahili tuweka pembeni kidogo, tuongee lugha ya kiungenge kidogo, yani English, na mambo yakuwe mazuri zaidi. Now, welcome to the show, Madam Ruth. Do I call you that?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. And tell us a little bit about you, and then we go delve deeper into what you do here.
Thank you so much, yes. Vincent. I'm so glad that you are here this day. And I'm really excited for you to come and interview and, visit Kega. Kega Fashions is a company that manufactures ladies' intimates. We specialize in doing ladies' panties, ladies' brassieres, night dresses, half petticoats, full petticoats, the whole range of ladies and girls. And of late we have started making sportswear for schools. We do tracksuits, we do fleece jackets, and games kit. This is what we do. And it has been wonderful, especially seeing that we make livelihood for our ladies, and they are able to meet their lively expenses.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Before we go deeper, I'm interested to know Kega Fashions. You know, that's a big name, Kega Fashions. Mm-hmm. Can you give us a little bit of history of Kega Fashions? Yeah.
Okay. Kega Fashions, when we started, it was Kega for Kenya and GA for Germany, because we started with doing work with German company, which was called Imaladus, and we were they were bringing in panels that were cut. We would stitch and then we would take them back. At that time, it was a bonded warehouse. We were not doing locals. We were only stitching, and then all the goods were going back to Germany. But after a few years, the mother company in Germany got bankrupt, and so we were left.
When was that?
It was in around 1992. And I remember that is the time when we were having issues with the crashes. 1992, there were some crashes.
Post-election.
Yes. Yeah. And then after that, we started doing local. And we were giving, a big shop at that time was Deacons, Kenya Limited. And they were doing very well. And then later on, we went to Nakumatt. So that is how Kega came to be. And I have been there ever since. And business has been good, apart from the last few years.
Of course, the ups and downs of business.
Yes.
Let's talk about since 1992, say the company is almost 30 years old now.
Exactly.
Can you take us through the growth? How do you feel about Kega through the years?
Kega has been a company that has helped many households. We have had about between 60 and 80 employees, and all these, most of them were women, because we believed that once we employ a woman, we employ a whole household. And we have seen these ladies educate their children. We have seen them, even supporting their extended families. And it has been a wonderful work for me to see them. They are happy, they are satisfied, and they are able to meet their daily obligations. So it has been a work of satisfaction, and also for me getting benefit. I've been able also to do my own things, to educate my children, and also get other things, and also for them. We have worked this journey together, and I still have people who are still there in 1990. It has been a wonderful work.
Yeah, you talked about, you know, how you've seen it grow, the people it has, you know, you've brought on board. So it's more of a family. Kega Fashion is more of a family.
We even call ourselves Kega family, because whenever they are in need, I am involved. Whenever I'm going through hardships, I'm also involved. So we are one big family, and we care for one another. When we have misfortunes here and there, we carry that burden together. So, and in Kega, we do a lot of things together. So they know when we do not have orders, and they jump in. We pray together. We have a fellowship here every Wednesday, where we view our things, where we are going through, what we are going through. And we have a team of intercessors where they take these issues. They even fast for this company. Wow. Yes, and that is how we have been able to survive. I'm telling you, with God, all things are possible. Yeah. Because despite the COVID and all the things that have happened, we have stood. It has not been easy, but we have seen the hand of God.
We thank God. And yes. We're going to talk deeply about that and the challenge that you've been able to navigate through. But I'm interested to know why ladies wear, why ladies intimates? Why not men? Why not boys? You know,
Vincent.
Is it that okay,
I will ask you. I will ask you one question. Yeah. How many times do you go to do shopping for your own clothes?
I can't even recall how many times, because it could be once, 2 years, twice a year or so.
Exactly. You know? Exactly. Yeah. So on the side of ladies, that is where business is. A lady will buy an item today, and when she is passing somewhere, she will see something hanged there, and she will get attracted to that, and she will buy. She will forget any other things, or she will make her budget a little bit slim, and she will buy that. Yeah. And in fact, that is the best. Again, they know their sizes. Many men have come here, and I tell them, like you, Vincent, what can I offer maybe for your sister, for your mom? Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know the sizes. But the ladies, they know their sizes, even for their brothers and husbands, they know. But very few men know the sizes, even for their wives. Yes.
Maisha kwamba men or women are good spenders.
They are. They are. They are.
Compared to us men.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you saw a niche and you decided to go and run with it.
And we have run with it ever since. Yes.
What were you doing in the 90s that you are doing differently right now? Because these are 2 decades. Actually, we are 3 decades now.
Yes. So many things have happened. But again, there are those things, no matter how much you try to change, they cannot change. A panty will always remain a panty. The only thing that will change is the fabric or the style, but still it is a panty. It's a biker. It is a bra. These are things that do not change. Or if you know a shirt, today you'll do the slim tight shirt, but for a panty, for a bra, they do not. But what we have seen, the biggest change is people have stopped putting on petticoats. This is strips, we call them strips, because they have moved. The fashion has changed. But there are still those people who will not put on a garment without a petticoat. So the difference is not that big. Yeah, business have changed, the trends have changed, but the basics still remain the same.
The reason why I asked is, you know, we know the type of clothing that was worn then that is not being used right now. Talk of shimizi, or is it that what you call a something?
A petticoat.
Yes, yes. You know, that was being used then. I don't think it's being used nowadays.
It is being used. They are there.
Are you serious?
I am very serious.
Who are your customers?
They are everywhere.
Is it
they are everywhere.
Young women, older women?
Even the young and the older. We have them. We have camisoles with you know, as I told you, there are those people who will not put on a garment without an inner strip. They are there, and especially even the full ones. The other day I had a meeting with some people, and when we said that we make petticoats, I said, do they still exist? Yes, they do. And people love them.
How is the market?
The market is good. The orders are flowing. They are frequent. This is something we do on daily basis. Yes.
Interesting.
Very interesting, but they are still there. People still use petticoats.
Yeah. I mean, we are living in a world that evolves each and every day. Kiga fashions imewezaje evolve from the 90s, early 2000s, now into the 2010, 20s now.
20s. Yeah, we move, and we adopt. And this is, as I said, there are those basics. But what we do is we try to get the fabric that will go with the threads that are coming in. Otherwise, it's just a matter of fabric and then the designs. And we are good at that. We design according to people. What do people want at this time? What are their needs? Come Valentine, we'll also have to cater for the ladies during Valentine. These are the colors which we input so that they can be able to get them.
You had a privilege earlier to work with an international company, and you enjoyed that international market. What are one or two things that you learned when you were in partnership with a German company that has helped you through the years?
The beauty with working with the international company is that because whatever is happening in the international world, it will be much easier for us, you know, to be able to bring it out even before those trends have come in here. And that is why I told you that we are looking for partners who we can partner with so that we can be able to have that extra mile when we are in business.
You had an anchor client in NAFMAT, which went under, unfortunately. And you had also, you mentioned Taspies, also your client, a big one by then. They all went under, unfortunately. I mean, how was that an impact in your business? How did it impact you? And how did you try to, you know, sort of recover from that?
We have not yet recovered, to be honest with you. We have a long way to recover, but somehow we are getting on. At the moment, we have Naivas, we have Quickmart, and we have Madai supermarket, another supermarkets we supply to. But when it comes to recovering from these giant supermarkets which went under, it has been a lot of stress, yeah. Especially when it comes to money, because they went with invoices that were not honored. They went with the market, which was big, but God has been faithful. We are still managing. Yeah.
I mean, comparing the size of, you know, the size of the human resource you had then and now, did it impact you in a negative way that you had to sort of lay off staff?
Definitely, definitely. As I had told you earlier, we used to have between 60 and 80 employees. Now we have cut down to 24. So you can see that big impact, yes. But soon we are hoping to start going up, yeah.
How vigorous was it for you looking for new clients in the names that you mentioned here that now you enjoy as clients?
This has happened because of employing many marketers to go out there and look for market. That is the biggest strategy that we have engaged, to just let marketers go out there and look for market. And they have really helped.
Oh, so you have a marketing section?
Yes, we do. We do. It's so easy because you get people who know, first of all, they come here, they learn about products, and then they go out there, then they start looking. Like now we have people who are just going to schools to get market for schools. We have these ones who are going to supermarkets and any other boutiques. You know, there are so many boutiques at the moment. So that is how they are able to bring in. Each person comes in with his own style, with his own order, And that is how we have been able to survive. Marketers are the key.
On what terms do you work with them? On contract?
Contract. Yeah.
Okay.
There must be something. You also have to get feedback from the shops that you are supplying. This size is not, this colors we don't need, this one is out of fashion. We have to keep on, the marketers keep us on their toes so that we can be able to come up with new designs. Yes.
And then of course you had to diversify now. Not only do ladies intimates,
Yeah.
but you also went to school, you know. Why? Why the diversification? Is it because you saw the market on the other end was shrinking or something? Or just to, you know,
The market shrinked.
Sort of put your eggs in one basket.
Yeah, and then they get spoiled.
Yeah.
The market shrank completely. So we had to look for other ways where we can be able to sustain our people and of course sustain ourselves. So that's why we moved to school. We are not doing the whole attire of schools. We are specifically doing sportswear. Yeah, this includes tracksuits, freeze jackets, and the sports swimming wear, and then the sports kit for boys, especially for boys, yeah, and wrappers for girls, yeah.
Is it a market that you think in the future you're going to even lay your wings more on?
It is. It is a good market, I can say that for sure, because there's so many schools in Kenya. And in Kenya, you know, it's not like the US or Britain where children go with their home clothes. They use school uniform. That is why I tell you the market in schools is big. And maybe later on, we'll even get involved in doing now the whole school attire.
Let's talk about the challenges that you face, because you know every business has challenges, and these challenges make you even better. Of course, we have mentioned a few on the market and all that, but what is that daily thing that you come in and you feel that makes you, you know, for a little bit scratch your head in your air?
Actually, the biggest headache at the moment is payments. Because even these people, they have gone with our money because of delaying payments. When we started business, basically it was 30 days. And before the end of the month, according to when you have given your product, they will call you and tell you that your check is ready. But then time changed. And then they would go 60 days. They would go 90 days, 120 days. And on until you find that you have not been paid for 4 or 5 months. And you are paying salaries, you are paying taxes, and of course you have all other obligations, the taxes for even for the company. So all these things involved, you find that we started experiencing so much hardships in business, because even today, they go up to 120 days. But schools, you deliver and then you are paid. Schools, very few schools who are, you know, taking a month, but not beyond a month. But for the markets outside there, they take a long time to pay. That's the biggest challenge that we are experiencing at the moment.
Is it because the economic environment is not good enough, or is it an issue with the companies themselves? Is it a sort of a universal issue, or is it an issue with the companies specifically that you deal with, or the clients that you deal with?
Now it is all over. It's all over Kenya. And you find that you deliver, and there are even those who are saying that we are getting into a contract where we do consignment. You supply, whatever they sell is what they are going to pay to you. Before it was per invoice. These days, there are those shops who we have agreed, because we also need to be in business. So what we have agreed, okay, fine, you take our goods, put them in the shop, whatever sells, then you pay us. And even with that, it will take up to maybe 20th of the month before they pay, and they have sold. Yeah.
Let's talk about the government policies for businesses, for entrepreneurs, for SMEs. Are they good enough?
They are not.
Are they enabling?
No, they are not. They are not. Especially when it comes to loans, they will not. I mean, they do not give us an opportunity where we can get soft loans, where we can be able now to be able to encounter the hardships I've just told you. And really, they do not give us a listening ear. They do not give us an opportunity where we can sit and talk and tell them what we are going through. We have had many meetings. We go and we tell them what is happening. But they'll give us, good ideas, and they'll tell us that they are going to help us. But when it comes to the ground, nothing happens. Nothing at all that happens.
How difficult is it to secure a loan facility for your business? Now,
that one, there's no big problem, but then the interest is the one that is killing. You'll go, because of the documents that you have and the sales that you are selling, you'll get a bank loan, but then the interest, it's killing.
Do you feel that there is a lot that the government needs to do for SMEs and MSMEs?
Yes, but now with VAT, there was a time they had brought the VAT down, and then they took it, but there was a time when it was 14%, and then it went back to 16%. And I remember there was a time it was 18%. That was killing. Yes.
That's too high.
It was high. But still we feel that if it can go to 10 or 12%, I don't know. But this is something that can be workable. And then we'll be able to do business. And when goods are coming in at the moment, the taxes are also very high. The duty that you pay for the imported goods is quite high. You find that the amount you pay for your goods and the amount you pay for the duty, they are almost the same. So you find that by the time you sell your garment, it's expensive. Yeah.
Talk about electricity.
Because don't even talk about that.
We have to talk about
please.
We have to talk about it for a moment. Because I know that's a big challenge for you people.
Oh, my goodness.
Here you're working purely on electricity.
Yes. And you can see the heavy machines.
Yeah.
They are killing us. I'm telling you, you get a bill. Now, I do not even know where I can start to talk about KPLC, because they have been so unfair to us. We go to these SME meetings and we are told that, for people who are manufacturing, that they are given a certain rate. When I try to go and ask, I'm told that, your company cannot be allowed. And this is a cry across the board. Where I go to get my fabric, they tell me the same thing. It's power, it's power. And this has escalated even our prices. And we are not even able, to bring into terms for our prices. Now when you get a bill of between 60 and 70K for just this company, then after some time, these days they don't come to read the meter.
They do it remotely.
So they say. And then they tell you take a photo, you said to them. You do that, faith-free. Then after some time they tell you no. They will hit you with a bill of 100, 200.
Crazy bill.
Yes. I tell you, KPLC is a killer.
And you remember the president last year saying that electricity was to be brought down by 30% and then another 30% later. Have you felt that?
No, not at all. Not at all. I have no idea, because it's not even here in the factory. Even at home, you experience the same problem. This time the bill comes, then it escalates. Then you wonder, you have not changed anything. It's the same. The machines we are running the same. How come this month it was this high and then the other month it's even higher? How? Because I find it was much better when they were reading the meters. But now, there is something wrong somewhere.
You feel like some figures are being booked?
Yes, kabisa. Seriously, yes.
This is something that needs to be worked upon.
Seriously, yes. Like here, it should be consistent. Yeah? The variation would be around maybe 2,000, 3,000. Like when it is during June, July, when it's cold because we have the lights on, then you see a little variation. But then, all of a sudden, you are hit with this bill. There is nothing that has changed. And then, why?
Why is the question
Yes.
that the SMEs are asking. Why? Why the variations that really don't add up? I believe this is an issue that the government needs to look into, and specifically KPLC. You know, it's a time of politicking now. You know, all the top contenders for the big job are moving around and promising a lot of, you know, goodies
Yes.
to SMEs,
Yes.
MSMEs. You know, what is this one thing that you will really require the next government, whoever it is that comes in, really works on, so that the environment for business and everything just becomes, you know, friendly for you people? Because they are giving us a lot of promises, you know. They are giving us a lot of
We have
promises.
been given that before. Is there any
I want you
difference?
to look at the camera now.
Yes.
Because
Do you think there is anything new that is going to come? I doubt highly, because we have been having that. When we get in, we'll do A, B, C, D. But when they get in, they forget. So for me, it is election. Election will go, and then we'll continue with whatever we have been doing. Nothing will change.
So unfortunate.
Nothing
that-
will change.
that
We
nothing
have
will
had that story for all this, all the years I've been in business. It has been like that. So I don't think so.
You are not motivated.
Not at all. Not at all.
You know. Now let's put that aside for a moment. But we have a civic right for us to go and vote.
I vote.
For the people we believe that it sort of will bring that change that we really require. Now, you know, Women's Guild, you are in it. You've been in it for a while now. And what you do here, you know, it's you know, something that shows that women are not just meant to be. Women's Guild is not about being in the church, but also impacting the community. Because you've been here for the last 30 years, impacting the community of Kikuyu and beyond, and even outside Kenya. I mean, what is that one word that you can tell your fellow women in the Women's Guild during this period?
This is our week.
Yeah.
And we are doing so many things. But even though it is our week, we do not just sit and wait for our Guild Week to come. We do it throughout the year. Because we as Women Guild, we have children who we educate. We have old women who we go to visit. We have our own who we know that we have to feed. So it is not about the week. It is about who we are. To make a change in the lives of our fellow women. And not even women, even men, we also impact in their lives. Because a mother is a mother, and you cannot change. A mother feeds, a mother cares, a mother does everything for the family. And not just for your own family, it is for the entire family. And that is the call of Women's Guild. To be there for the nation, to be there for your community. And we take this very seriously, because we know that if we get out, then things will not be okay. So us being in the Guild, it gives us a lot of joy to see that we are making lives easier for those people who are in need. Yeah.
Being in the Women's Guild, how has it made you to do business differently than what other people do out there?
Honesty. Being honest. Yes. I remember when this factory was opened, and the pastor who opened, he said that, and please make sure you don't make too tight things so that you want to spare the fabric, and then you will steal on the meter. So that one stuck in me, and I'm always so conscious with that. And that is why we have all through the years have an edge, because our sizes are right. Our even if it is a bra, the cups are right, and even the length is right. We do not cheat on the meter. We are very, very particular. And as you have asked me, it is because of honesty. I don't want to steal even an inch so that I can benefit. Because I know God is God. If I take that, then he would get it from me from the other side. That has really made me as a Women's Guild woman to stick to the core values of Guild.
Even as we conclude, I want to give you an opportunity to have a word or two for your fellow women during this period, during this week, even as you celebrate.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. My dear women, I just want to tell you that honesty is the most important thing. Honesty at home, even with our house helps. Honesty in the community where you leave your house and work, and you interact with so many people. Be yourself. Show kindness. Have compassion, even to the ones who are not able to be where you are. And even in the office where you work, even in the church where we congregate every other day, let us always remember that honesty is the key word. To be a woman of integrity, and that is what we are in Women's Guild.
Wow, awesome. Mtazamaji amekuwa ni Mama Ruth Kariuki ambaye huyu sasa ni meneja mkurugenzi ama MD wa kampuni ya Kega Fashions. Wamekuwepo sokoni kwa miaka na mikaka 30 iliyopita, mtazamaji, si muda mfupi, na bado wanachapa kazi nzuri zaidi. Ametuelezea kwamba wanafanya mavazi ya kike, yale ya ndani ya kike, ya kulalia, yale ya ndani, yote wanashughulikia, wanafanya kwa uzuri zaidi. Na hivi karibuni pia wameanza kufanya masuala ya mavazi ya wanafunzi kule shuleni, hasa yale ya michezo. Wanafanya kazi yote, mtazamaji, moja kwa moja kutoka Kega Fashions hapa katika mji wa Kikuyu ulioko katika eneo bunge la Kikuyu. Mtazamaji, tunaye hapa bibie ambaye ametuambia mengi tu, hasa juma hili ambalo ni juma la Women's Guild, kanisa la PCA, mtazamaji, wanaposherehekea. Tuwatakie kila laheri, na amesema mengi, tusitaki kuongeza wala kupunguza, maana nikifanya hivyo nitakuwa na haribu ile supu, mtazamaji. Wanasema nitakuwa na haribu the broth ambayo tayari amekwisha tupikia na ipo tayari, mtazamaji. Kwa hivyo ukitaka mavazi ya aina hiyo, bila shaka unajua mahali pa kuyapata. Ni wapi? Kega Fashions, moja kwa moja kutoka Kikuyu. Unaweza tuambia mnapatikana wapi? Kwenye mtandao mpo?
Yes, we are there.
Yes.
Yeah, at kegafashions.co.ke.
Hiyo ni website yenu?
Yes.
Kule Instagram
tuko
mpo?
Yes.
Kega Fashions?
I cannot remember exactly, but we are there.
Mpo kote?
Yeah, we are there. And even our catalogs are there. Yeah.
Great. Kwa hivyo ukitaka kuangalia kazi zote ambazo wanafanya, bila shaka ingia kwenye mtandao wao na utapata kila kitu. Simu wanawapata do you have a contact that they can call in?
0725 943025. If you call that number, you'll get help.
Awesome. Mtazamaji, ndio kama hivyo tumeifunga. Atakapojalia Mwenyezi Mungu tutaonana tena. Naitwa Vincent Keros Mpishi Mpakuzi. Kuwa na wakati mwema ewe mwanadada wa kanisa la PCA unaposherehekea juma lenu hili la Women's Guild. Jipe raha, fanya kazi kwa uadilifu alivyozungumza Bi Ruth Kariuki. Kwa heri.
Thank you.